The Police Complaints Authority in 2022 received a total of 194 complaints against ranks of the Guyana Police Force, and the chairman of the Police Complaints Authority, Justice Retired William Ramlal, believes that the hierarchy of the force is covering up the wrongdoings of ranks. Justice Ramlal made the revelation in his 2022 annual report. It was noted that 194 complaints were received in that year. But of that number, 52 complaints were closed after preliminary investigations. The complaints closed over preliminary investigations include 4 cases where civilians were fatally shot by the police. The 4 cases include the killing of 23-year-old Quindon Bacchus, who was shot on June 10, 2022 at Haslington New Scheme, East Coast Demerara during a police operation. Following an investigation by the Police Complaints Authority, 3 police ranks were criminally charged. Lance Corporal Christophe de Nobrega was slapped with a murder charge, while former Police Sergeant Damian McLennan and former Lance Corporal Thurston Simon were charged separately for willfully attempting to obstruct the course of justice by giving false information to the police during the course of the investigation into Bacchus' death. Out of the remaining of the 194 complaints, 36 were rejected and 106 are still pending investigations. In his report, Justice Ramlal also pointed out that despite a few instances where members of the force were charged criminally, they remained on active duty rather than being interdicted, in keeping with the force's standing orders. Meanwhile, 3 other complaints were referred to the Commissioner of Police and another 3 were sent to the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, for advice. I've learned from members of the force that some of the ranks charged have settled the respective matter with the complainant. These ranks should face disciplinary charges, Justice Ramlal said in the 2022 annual report. As a matter of fact, the report stated that once a rank is charged for a criminal or disciplinary offense, the rank should almost immediately be interdicted from duty. For 2022, Justice Ramlal said disciplinary charges were recommended against 17 members of the police force. But according to Justice Ramlal, none of these proceedings were heard by the Police Disciplinary Authority in accordance with the Police Discipline Act or the Police Complaints Authority Act. It is my considered opinion, based on firm evidence, that the police force is covering up the wrongdoing of its ranks, Justice Ramlal concluded. The Police Complaints Authority is responsible for receiving complaints of specific cases of misconduct by members of the Guyana Police Force. This includes supervising the investigation of certain serious crimes alleged to have been committed by ranks. The entity is expected to foster greater public trust in the force by ensuring it is in conformity with human rights. Reporting for the newsroom, Sharda Bacchus.